Hello, I want to welcome you to the How to Grow Your Reach Instagram edition. So if you are in this webinar, if you're watching right now, that means that you have the goals of seeing your Instagram grow, that your reels actually reach people, that you're not just playing for the friends and family who follow you, but that you actually want to have influence over other people. And perhaps you even want to convert this into making money online. So let's go ahead and dive in so that we can just cram as much information for you as possible. So first, I want to talk about myself just really quick. My name is Nelly Saylor. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I made the decision a year ago to improve my health, and that began my journey of helping others by using social media to reach new friends. Um, because of the nature of the products I was taking, it was through a network marketing company. And I quickly discovered that just offering my product to people who I didn't believe needed the product, it just didn't feel right to me. So from that point on, I made it my life mission to connect with people who needed the product that I had to offer. And I found that because I'm a stay-at-home mom and I don't want to be carrying my kids different places all over, the best place for me to do that was on social media. And so beginning back in November, I began studying what social media influencers were doing and how they were using social media to make an income and help other people. So if you will join me, I don't claim to be a professional at all, but I do know that the things that I'm doing is working because even just now, this graphic is already out of date. Um, in December of 2023, I had over just a 2,500 account reach. My views, if you can see very closely, they were no more than at most 300. It was just very, very lacking. Even though I was making a reel every single day, I started doing that in November. December still wasn't showing any kind of fruit. Um, and as of this week, my account reach is now 50,000 accounts. It's no longer 41,000. A couple of my reels have already gone viral, and my reels reach 1,000 people, even though my followers is only about 620 at this point. So the reach that I have is just exponentially bigger than the number of followers I have. And I didn't realize that was a big deal until I started getting close to a digital marketer friend on Instagram. And she said, "How are you doing that? How is your reach just so high? I mean, looking at your followers, it shouldn't be that high. What are you doing?" That's when I realized I was doing something different than other people were doing. And so then I started evaluating, what am I doing? How am I reaching these many people and now getting engagement on my content? Well, I decided to just really boil it down to the steps that I learned from other social media gurus, digital marketers, influencers, and just really put all this content together for you so that you could do what I'm doing and make the most of your social media. Because as stay-at-home moms, as mothers, it can be so hard to do the studying, do the research, do the trial and error, take care of your family, all those things. And if I can consolidate the time from last, even October, November until now, the last 6 months, and allow you to just get all that in 1 week, how much further do you think you're going to be? So I know that this is just going to be such a huge blessing for you as we go through as much information as I can in the time that we've been given. Okay, so first, we're going to talk about Instagram and what the purpose of that platform is. We're going to talk about you finding your voice and your audience, finding a working schedule for you, your profile and your aesthetic, main tips to do before you post, and making that post. I think this is going to be a really, really good session. Are you ready? Let's buckle up and get going. All right, so let's talk about Instagram first. Instagram is a platform of connection. The algorithm is set up to promote people who facilitate community and connection. So sometimes it can be really confusing because Instagram for years has been so intricately linked to Facebook and now Threads. We can think that we can just be redundant in our content and get the same result. But you can post a picture on Facebook about your little kiddos and you go into the park and you're going to get 100 likes on Facebook. You do the same thing on Instagram and you're going to get like 2. And your friends and family probably aren't even going to see that because the way the algorithm works on Facebook is not the way the algorithm works on Instagram. We want to make sure that we are following the right channel when we're talking about Instagram. So if I were you, I would start distancing how I post between Instagram and Facebook. Now, Instagram uses 3 primary ways of creating connection that you can provide connection to people through your stories, which expire after 24 hours, through the image posting that you can do, and the videos, which we call reels, right? Pretty simple. So let's keep talking about your voice and your audience. So before you even make your very first post, before you do that, it is so important that you know who you're talking to. Who is your audience? Who do you hope to be reaching right now? Because if you don't know who you're talking to, you're just basically throwing darts into the void and just hoping and hoping it lands on someone. And then it might land on them one time, but if you don't land on them again, you might lose them. So we want to decide every time we make a post, who am I talking to? So before, before there used to be this thing about niche. Niche is like basically what is your topic of conversation, and you would never leave your niche. So there were people that would talk about minimalism, you know, getting rid of the extra, small living, and that's the only thing they would post about. But nowadays, people are less like Pinterest, you know, where all you want is one type of content. And now there's just these, now we're becoming multifaceted. Well, while yes, we want to know about your professionalism or your interests, we also want to know about other things because you're a real person and you have real life experiences and you have real things that have led you to believe the way you believe. So we want to know why you do that or how you do that or what problems you're facing. What do you like to do? What are you passionate about? And what value are you offering through those things to people? Because being selfish creatures that we are, just because you're talking about someone's birthday party, but yeah, but what does that have to do with me? How awful is that? But seriously, what does that have to do with me? Um, if you're going to post about little Johnny's birthday party, maybe you're going to talk about the 5 lessons you learned about planning a birthday party, or 3 things not to do when you're planning a children's birthday party, or a funny story that happened that everybody's going to either relate to or laugh about it, right? These are those things we want to think about. And when we talk about who is your audience, who are you talking to? 9 times out of 10, your audience is you, what you like, what you're passionate about, what you're struggling with, what your problems are. You are your audience. And so when you start to really boil down those things, what do I like? What bothers me? What triggers me? And you start making posts about that, you will be surprised at who starts hanging around. And say, for example, for myself, one of the things I have learned about this whole process is that I don't like for you to tell me what to do. And so when I was doing reels before and I was saying, don't feed your kids this and don't eat that and um, try this, I was telling people what to do. My level of engagement was Zippo. But when I started talking about what I have learned as I did this thing and why I have decided not to eat those things, all of a sudden I'm getting engagement from other mommies like me who say, don't tell me what to do, but tell me your experience and I'll be able to gauge for myself whether I want to do that or not. It's those little tweaks. As you really boil down who you are and what you think and why you think it, you will be surprised. And then we want to talk about what free value are you offering these people? I like to talk about 4 E's. Now, I learned this from another network marketing mommy. I don't own the 4 words, but they're brilliant. Anytime you want to make a post of any kind, consider what is it? What is the purpose behind you doing that? Is it to educate? You want to teach them something? Is it to empower? You want them to know that they are capable of doing it no matter what they're going through? Do you want to entertain them, make them laugh? This is funny. Stop thinking about that problem. Look at this. Do you want to encourage them? Hey, I know you're down, but this is not the end. Those are channels of adding value to people. And you can do just one of these things, or you can do all of them, a combination of, rotate between them. But no matter what you're doing, you are adding value. And this is not just in like the reel itself or in the post itself, but also in the caption, what you're saying to them. And this is probably one of my favorite things to do now is to be intentional about, hey, this is what I'm learning. This is what I'm experiencing. It's not easy. And this is what I know I can do. And just rotate between those things. And there's so much engagement in that. And what I especially love is the community that comes from my audience of mommies as we encourage one another and we say, hey, me too. You? Oh, yeah, me too. It's been so amazing to see that. So let's keep talking. All right. So as we're determining how we want to speak to our audience and the voice that we're going to use, we're going to talk about our schedule. Instagram honors consistency. So you need to determine today that you are going to post one reel a day minimum. Now, right now, I am up to 2 reels a day. I just started doing that, already seeing a huge return because with each reel, I'm getting 2,000, 3,000 views easily. I'm getting engagement and I'm getting followers. And that's what we want. We want to grow. We want engagement more than views. We want engagement. So, but Instagram is like, it's a machine and it's saying, we need content, we need content, we need content. And every time you take a literal off day where you post nothing, it's like you're resetting the machine. And Instagram's like, oh, there's nothing here. But if you would commit today to post 1 reel a day, it doesn't have to be complicated. And in fact, once you start getting consistent with it, you can repeat content from last week. And most people won't even realize that you did that. But what that is doing is if you focus on the reel that had the most engagement over the last few weeks, all of a sudden you might have even more engagement because that was like that was hitting a formula that you're going to want to follow and repeat. But when obviously you're human, you need to have an off day. So what do? You're going to plan a reel the day before, right? That's what I do. The day before, I will plan my reel for Sunday. That's the day that I like to take off. And I will have it in my drafts in Instagram, and I'll have it all set up. I'll have the trending audio linked. I'll have the video edited. I'll have my caption written up. And all I have to do on Sunday morning at 7 a.m. is post. And then I just let it do what it does. And then if I have time, I might come around at a second time and post a second one, like in the late afternoon. But again, most value is in those reels. So you want to make sure that you're getting that every day. And then as we talk about engagement and people coming and they're viewing your content, one of the main things that we want to make sure we get straight is your profile, right? Your profile. Because people can be engaging, they go look at your profile and they turn around and they leave and walk out the door. Instagram door. So what are some 3 basic things that you want to make sure is on your profile? First, your name. Who are you, right? And then in that same name bar, that is a keyword that is searchable. If anyone were to look at things like on Google or just in the search bar. So on there, you're going to have your name and what you're offering people. For myself, I say wellness mentor and then motherhood, because that's the subject of all the things I'm dealing with. But then I'm also going to help you with your wellness journey, right? And then you're also going to talk about what value you offer your audience in in the actual profile itself. Try and keep it short, keep it sweet. Again, what value are you offering them? Because when they look, they're going to say, what is this person offering me? What are they offering me? And then one thing that's going to be helpful for you is creating a lead magnet, which is free, a freebie, something you're offering to them that they will download or they will have from you. They're getting for free, and you're getting their email or contact information of some kind. And that's going to be super helpful if you want to do email newsletters or upsell of some kind, letting people know that you have credibility in whatever field you believe you should be credible in, right? Okay, so let's keep it moving so that you get the most bang for your buck here. Before you begin posting, this is something you might want to screenshot. There's a lot of content here. These are basic fundamental things. Real quick, I didn't add this on the list, but something you're going to want to do is look at the list of people you're following. And you are going to begin to unfollow people who do not speak to your audience. Take it slow, take it easy, start weeding through slowly and saying, okay, does this person add value to me? Does this person add value to me? And just clear that out. You are now retraining the algorithm. And then you're going to go to number one, clear your search bar. And that's an easy thing to do that, again, resets the algorithm. And then you're going to start searching for content that you are trying to offer. So if I cleared the search bar, I would then begin to search for stay-at-home mom life or the hashtags that speak to stay-at-home motherhood or struggles that stay-at-home moms face. That's my audience, right? And then you're going to go to the hamburger menu that's being circled several times here, the hamburger menu, and there you're going to deal with content preferences and you're going to add some keywords that are, again, focused on your audience. You're going to do number 3 and set up your high quality videos, in the same menu setting. Because what happens is sometimes you're uploading a video for a reel and somehow your internet slows down, it lags, you're going off your phone network instead of your Wi-Fi at home. And all of a sudden, the quality of your video goes down just by the nature. When you adjust this setting, the quality of your video will stay the quality that you recorded it at, which will give that crisp, professional setting that makes it really more appealing for people, and they're going to stay and they're going to watch. Also, you're going to set up cross-posting that allows your reel to be found on Facebook. As long as you have trending audio that is also available on Facebook, people will be able to find you there, and Facebook they will automatically have your thing going to new audiences, people that they believe is your ideal audience, and that will again boost your views. My first reel that went viral had 120 views, 120,000 views, and half of that was from Facebook. So don't diminish that little thing there. Also, you're going to log in to your Instagram from a computer, and you're going to go to edit profile and turn on show account suggestions on profile. And this will help your audience find you. So if you ever pull up your Instagram and right across the top, it'll say like people you might like. So if you followed one of those people at any point, then anyone who's like that person, those keywords, they'll pop up. So for you, if you allow Instagram to do that, anyone who follows someone who is like you, all of a sudden you're going to be recommended to them as someone else that they might want to follow. And that's just more eyeballs on your page. So you definitely turn that on. And then strongly recommended here, number 6, warm up the algorithm. So this is something where you're scrolling with intention, okay? You're going to be scrolling through the hashtags that you've created and that you've started following that are dealing with your audience, and you're going to start engaging in those hashtags, leaving heartfelt comments, even potentially following people that, again, are part of your ideal audience. And you're going to do that before and after you make your content or post your content. And number 7 is more of a do not. Do not just mindlessly scroll and watch reels that have nothing to do with your content. because you're then confusing the algorithm. If the algorithm sees that you are watching, say, okay, my ideal audience, again, stay-at-home moms, relatable content from motherhood. If I started watching, say, whales swimming across the Atlantic or high school pranks, all of a sudden, now the algorithm is thinking, okay, she wants nature stuff and she wants high school content. And now it's going to start diluting what my algorithm is doing, and it's going to throw things off. And then I'm going to have to work hard again to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. If you want to test if your algorithm is still good, you're just open up the search bar in your Explorer page and see what the algorithm is offering you. What is it that they're saying that they suggest for you? So let's keep talking. Where do you find your audience? We've got the hashtags going. So you are going to look in hashtags and at other influencers that inspire you. You're going to dig into 4 to 8 hashtags you use intentionally. And you should be following at least 3 of them to have constant contact with the people who are posting in that hashtag. You're going to focus on the people you're trying to reach. So every day you should be looking at these hashtags and saying, okay, who's posting in this content or who's posting in here, and really focus on that. When you're creating your hashtags, say you're trying to do a business, stay at home, work from home, or you're a digital marketer. Instead of doing hashtag making money from home, because the only people who use that hashtag are probably the people trying to sell the content to people, right? Other people just like you, they're trying to make money, but not someone who is trying to earn money. Does that make sense? You want your hashtag to speak to your ideal audience. So even though I may be talking in my reel about making money from home, what I'm going to be hashtagging is stay-at-home mom life, or toddler troubles, or things like that, because I'm trying to reach other mommies in the same season as I am. I'm not looking for making money from home. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. And then with influencers, you're going to follow 3 or 4 large accounts that also draw your ideal audience. And you're going to comment genuinely on their recent content and begin digging into the accounts that are commenting on there. You're going to comment back to them. You're going to engage in conversation, and you're going to follow what I call the string: liking, commenting, responding genuinely. This is a very, very easy process to do. I am still getting people who are engaging with comments I've left 2 and 3 weeks ago. I even had just recently someone said, "Oh my goodness, I love your handle. I'm following you," from a comment that I left someone back then. These are all ways that you are making your presence known to the community you're trying to reach. Okay, so I have 2 tips for each post. Again, if you want a screenshot, you're more than welcome to. Reels, stop with the dead space. We want to keep reels tight and pretty. Between 3 to 6 seconds is ideal, because the completion of a reel tells the algorithm you got good content. And the repetition of that reel tells the algorithm, oh, she's got really good content. And then always link with trending audio. Always link with trending audio. Even if you have a song in your mind, they're like, oh, this would be perfect. While you're trying to get growing, link it to trending audio. That is just an automatic boost. If you want to talk about carousel, slides, pictures, Instagram doesn't just look for who's going to look at this. Instagram's looking for contact, a like, a heart, a share, a comment, a swipe. And so in that way, we want to then begin to tell a story with our slides. Don't just post one graphic that doesn't have a couple pieces, or don't just post one picture, post 2 or 3 pictures to tell a story. If you have a text on a graphic, break up that text to be over several slides. Or some people do a really easy way of just the same text, different color slide. And so it shows people that, okay, as they swipe, it's going to be the same text, but it automatically triggers people the need to swipe, which creates contact, which boosts the algorithm for you. And then in your stories, it doesn't have to be overly complicated. Be authentic, be real, Show your life, glimpses of your life, your thoughts, your struggles. Ask for opinions from your viewers. Limit how much external content you're sharing. Just like, haha, it's mindless and it doesn't allow people to engage with you. And so that limits and waters down your credibility. We want to create engagement points that allow you to have genuine conversation with people in private messages. So having a lot of things where you are sharing your thoughts, asking for opinions, polls and quizzes, and things, again, directed towards your ideal audience are all going to be helpful. And on all of these three things, consider, does my text make someone want to stop? Is there a call to action? Call to action doesn't have to be complicated. Hey, like and follow, share with a friend, leave a comment, comment this word. Those are all calls to action that aren't complicated. So, but you want to make sure that your audience knows what it is you hope to gain from the content that you're posting. And then maybe, is there FOMO, fear of missing out? Is there something that they're going to miss out on if they don't engage with it in the next day or in the next hour or whatever? And then once you get all that sorted out, are you ready to monetize and make some money off of your Instagram? Before you can start making money, consider, what value are you giving? What are you offering people that's just free for them, that they can begin to get to know you and determine whether they even want what you have to offer? Because when it comes to digital content, you can't say, hey, get your money back, because once the digital content is out there, they could duplicate it in a second. And then it's just there. There's no getting your money back if they're dissatisfied. So giving them something that they can just hold on to, evaluate, consider, do they like your voice? Do they like the way you design? Is it easy for them to grasp? If you're not sure where to start with free content, literally the sky is the limit. Now, I do have a guide that's completely free you can download on my website that is 50 ideas, content ideas, and also answers to frequently asked questions. Super easy, super great, free for you. But you can do anything. You can do recipes or trackers, like wellness trackers, fitness trackers, calendars, a how-to guide, a wellness ebook, literally anything. And through this, you're going to add credibility and you're going to collect a list of leads that continue relationship building with the people who engage with you. So we want to, again, add value to people. And again, the value doesn't have to be just in the freebie. It can be in the content you share every single day. So the mistake that many people make is that they don't offer their opportunity enough. They get really discouraged if someone doesn't respond on that first reel. And what really that is limiting belief, which makes us quit after one post instead of staying consistent. All of this is dependent on you staying consistent. There were days I wanted to quit. There were days that I wanted to just like put my phone down and be like, oh, this is awful. And seeing the growth of other pages sometimes was really discouraging. But what I knew was those people that had a lot of engagement and a lot of growth and making money off their Instagram had days like I was having. And if they could stay consistent, then so could I. And so can you. Remember, Instagram is more than your direct followers. There are thousands of people who are seeing your content for the first time every post you make. It's not like Facebook where you are just talking to your friends and family over and over and over again, over and over. That would be obnoxious if you just keep posting your opportunity to them. But when it comes to Instagram, you have the opportunity to see new people every day. And there's going to be many people who do not know that you have an opportunity to offer. So make sure that you have that steadily in your rotation so that you are offering everyone a chance to invest in whatever it is that you have going. So thank you so much. That's it. We made it to the end. Woo! Oh, right. I am proud of you for sticking with me and not leaving the room. Wow. Awesome. Thank you for joining. So let's talk about your next step. What are you going to do? First, you're going to go download that free digital content list. I mean, that's free for you. Go ahead and take that. Second, everything we talked about here and so much more is available in the Grow Your Instagram Reach workbook. I have some pages here highlighted. It literally is a workbook. You can print it out and go through your thoughts about finding your voice, or working through your hashtag ideas. I have a little activity here that you can do to work through your hashtags. Tips for your posts. I have a checklist about being consistent. All the things that I learned about getting my Instagram set up is all right there. And you can purchase it at a discounted rate today. So you want to go ahead and download that and get started now so that you can get your Instagram completely fine-tuned and ready to go. If you've done that and then you're like, I'm still not sure. Well, my dear, you need a one-on-one training call with me. Let's set it up after kids go to bed. Let's talk about it. Let's work through the workbook. What questions do you have? What problems are you facing? Let's get this figured out now so that you can get the most out of your social media reach. And then my favorite opportunity is this. You can join my team. Love that. So when you join my team, you're getting all the stuff for free because you are a part of my team. So how do you become a part of my team? Well, first, you invest in your wellness. I am an ambassador for a major network marketing company. We focus on gut health. And once you do that, you may be surprised at how well you can focus when all of a sudden you're not dealing with gut health, and how good you feel when you're not craving carbs and sugar, and the long-term effects of maintaining a healthy gut. It removes brain fog. There are illnesses like Alzheimer's and dementia that have been linked to gut health. You can have better energy, alertness, just all the things, all the things. I wouldn't be doing this time last year. I didn't have it in me. I was barely surviving. So because of my wellness journey, now I'm able to help other mommies do their wellness journey. The number one thing we need is energy. And without energy, we are not going to function. So jumping in right now and taking care of your wellness journey. And you let me know that you're ready. You fill out the gut health quiz. We're going to get you started. And I'm going to give you a discount on the products. And then you're going to begin with me on my team. And I'm going to coach you and guide you. And together, we're going to help other mommies begin their wellness journey. You are going to launch your Instagram in a way that makes you appealing as you share content that you care about and that other people care about. And then you're going to begin mentioning about how your wellness journey is helping you. You're going to talk about this in your stories. And you're going to begin having wonderful conversations with women that you've never met in your life, but all of a sudden they become friends for you and you care about them. That's all part of joining my team. And I know that it is absolutely possible to become extremely successful just by connecting together and having you with me. So do whatever you feel best. All these things are available to you. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Shoot me a message if you have any questions. We're in this together, Mama. Let's go ahead and knock it out of the park. God bless you.